Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe. Now, some of these cases are sometimes very difficult to bring to you because of the details of it and how the victims end up going out from this lifetime. Now, today's true crime story is a very heavy one because it involves the loss of life of a 24-year-old young lady who had just graduated from the university in Ghana, and she had specialized in petroleum engineering. So this lady is called Lois Koranteng, and after graduating she joined a company for her national service, after which she was actually retained as a business development officer. But as recent as the 7th of June 2024, Lois Koranteng would embark on a trip with her supervisor to a hotel in the western region of Ghana, apparently on a business trip and also in the company of one other staff of the company. But then, on the early hours of the 7th of June 2024, Lois Koranteng would be found lifeless, floating in the swimming pool of the hotel, allegedly wearing just a bikini. And this case is very sketchy. Honestly, it's very sketchy. It comes with a lot of question marks on the part of how come she ended there, also on the part of the hotel, with certain lapses being cited, and also question marks around the people she traveled with. Now, just before I get into the case, kindly go to the comment section and just type RIP Lois, and also type and leave a comment sharing your commiserations with the family of Lois Koranteng, because as it turns out, they are really going through a lot. The passing of Lois Koranteng is just weeks before the passing of Lois's auntie and Lois's grandmother. In fact, these two relatives of Lois are even yet to be put to rest, only for Lois Koranteng to also pass on and add up to the third relative that this family is now having to put to rest. And one is heavy and bad enough, not to talk of 3 family members needing to be put to rest. I can feel their pain, but I know whatever I feel or empathize towards this family is not the same as what they are facing as their reality per these deaths that have occurred in the family. My heart goes out to them, and please bear in mind to show respect to the family as you leave your comments. Now, to get into the details of this case. So, Lois traveled in the company of her supervisor of the company and also another staff of the company. So there were 3 of them. Now they went and lodged in this hotel at the western region of Ghana, and it's rumored that they were there. They are a petroleum company, so it's rumored they were there to lay the grounds to launch a new branch. This hasn't been confirmed yet by the Ghana police, but that is the rumor out there. Now, they got there on the 7th of June, and prior to leaving, Joyce would call her family and inform them that she was embarking on this business trip, which is quite normal. But little did her family, and in fact, Lois herself, know that this would be the last time that Joyce would be alive, and by extension, the last time that the family was ever getting to hear her sweet voice. Because fast forward, on the 8th of June 2024, the family will be informed by the company that Lois was working with, allegedly, that Lois had passed on. She had been found lifeless in the swimming pool of the hotel in the early hours of the morning. Now, here are the questions I have. The first question has to do with the security at the hotel, because preliminary investigations are showing that the CCTV at the hotel allegedly were not working. So there are no footages to help the police in their investigation as to how come Lois would end up in the pool while she was supposed to be in her room. What transpired has now become a mystery because there's no footage to give the police a chance to retrace the steps of Joyce prior to her ending up in the pool. Was she put there by somebody? Did somebody do something to her? Did she slip and fall? Did she try to swim and she didn't know how to swim? Because even if she didn't know how to swim, she could walk in the pool and come out. Now, the absence of these footages also creates a question mark with regards to the standards being adhered to by some hotels in Ghana, because what is the standard as far as security of guests of hotels are concerned? If the CCTV was expected to be working as a standard, then the hotel, I think, would have to answer some key questions, because they owe that responsibility of safety to their guests if it is a requirement that their cameras are working and recording as should be per the standards of running a hotel in Ghana. Because I think that it's one of the main reasons why cameras are supposed to be installed on such premises, is to give the police and security agencies a chance to be able to investigate similar things like this. This is 2024. How come there are cameras and they are not working? Who is manning the cameras? Who is in charge of these cameras at the hotel? Who is overseeing their functionality and ensuring that the cameras are working? Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of this family, because as bad as this is, at least they could get some form of closure if they are able to find out from investigators how their loved one was lost and ended up in this pool. Because if that can't be ascertained and they are left in the dark, it becomes something that they are living with like a cancer, and it is very sad. It's very, very sad. I hope this is not going to be one of those things that will just garner attention and then die a natural death after some time. Because in actual fact, I think Lois Koranteng deserves some justice. So that is the first question I have, and it goes to the hotel and its security. The second still borders on the security of the hotel. The swimming pool is on the outer premises of the hotel. Now, granted that the camera is not working, although it's not excused, but there are other layers of security available at every hotel, or it's expected to be available at every hotel. That is, aside the CCTV camera, there should be a guard on duty. Now, what was this guard doing? Was there even a guard at all? If so, was he patrolling at all? If so, how come he didn't see anything up until her remains were found? Now, there are people who are suspecting that there is a question mark and that maybe there's a possibility that foul play is one of the reasons that Lois has been lost. That somebody probably did something to her and then dumped her in the pool. Honestly, as a true crimes coverage person, I don't rule that possibility out, because we've seen a lot of things going on, and honestly, you can't really rule out the evil that people are capable of these days and how cruel some people can be in terms of certain things that they want to pursue. But then, looking at it objectively, in as much as there is the possibility of foul play, there is also the other side of it, where it's also possible that there is no foul play, and despite the fact that the cameras are working, there is no cover up per se, just that maybe there is another reason that is the root cause for which Lois Koranteng would end up in this pool and eventually would pass on as a result of drowning. One possibility could be that maybe she slipped and fell, maybe she hit her head, but then that possibility has now been ruled out also, because the autopsy report is out and it doesn't speak about anything with regards to maybe blunt force trauma or she hitting her head or something. It just talks about she passing on as a result of asphyxia and also drowning. So it doesn't show anything that seeks to suggest that maybe she was unconscious and she fell into the pool, which means that she was in the pool either with her full consciousness or maybe there's something else. It doesn't talk of any form of externalities that precede the asphyxia and drowning. So then what happened? I don't know if they've also done a toxicology report, because I think that is also key. You may not see blunt force trauma, but sometimes a toxicology test might reveal that maybe the person was maybe drunk, or maybe the person was under the influence of something, or maybe the person had even been injected with something. You never know. But when things happen like this, especially to women, usually, more often than not, there is more to the story. And my gut feeling is telling me that there is more to this story. I just pray that I'm wrong, but my gut feeling is telling me there could be more to this story, because nothing is adding up, especially with the absence of the CCTV footage. Now, the police are still investigating this case. It's an ongoing case, and it garnered a lot of public outcry and attention because the general public were concerned and they were under the impression that the police hadn't given it the attention it deserved. So they actually brought down some heat on the police, and this pushed the Inspector General of Police to place a call to the family of Lois Koranteng and render an apology and also commiserate with them. But I think that is a secondary issue. The primary thing is they should solve the case. They need to solve the case. Now, this hotel also has questions to answer. Whether there's foul play or not, they are now making it difficult for investigations to actually progress smoothly because of the fact that their CCTV is not functioning. And like I said earlier, if it turns out that there is a standard that requires that they ensure it's functioning and fully operational, then I think they should be taken on. If it's possible for the family to sue them, I think they should sue them. I think that it's about time institutions take responsibility for the people that they work with and not just focus on the profits that they are making. So that is where the case is standing as at now. Police have issued a statement talking about the fact that they are still pursuing the case, but I don't know how they will solve this. I guess that's why they are the investigators. They still have other things available to them, like Lois's phone, the phone of the people around who may probably be suspects now. But the CCTV, I think, would have been a crucial form of evidence to help them in their quest to solve this case. I'm following the case as and when there are updates. I'll surely bring them to you, but please just go to the comment section, leave an RIP comment, RIP Lois, RIP Lois Koranteng, and then just share some love and commiserations with the family of Lois Koranteng. They are going through a lot. One death is heavy and bad enough. They are having to deal with 3. Please just commiserate with them and be respectful in your comments. Subscribe if you are yet to do so. Turn on the post notifications. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there.